You're going to need maybe a blanket, especially a couple of pillows, some water. I would also highly recommend that you turn off any tones to receiving text messages or phone calls coming in, including, does anybody there have a landline? All kinds of distractions that come up in your house. You might want to just, I don't know, take care of that now so you can give yourself all the undivided attention that you need. There's so many distractions in our own homes, I find. Like Oreos in my kitchen can be a distraction, not a good idea. So, if you have anything like that, throw it out the window really far so it won't be calling you during your practice tonight. Oh, and your pets. If you have pets, did I hear a dog bark? Maybe you don't want them in the room with you if they're going to be demanding your attention when you're in a resting posture. So all of those little preparations can really make a big difference to the overall experience. So I've got a couple of people in the studio. It's kind of nice. You might want some blocks or some other props. I don't know, thinking about that. But begin by coming into whatever pose is easy and comfortable for you. Maybe legs crossed, maybe legs out in front of you. You may want to put a blanket or something under your tailbone just to lift your spine a little bit for alignment. And find that restful, easy position. Just allow yourself to begin to connect with your breath and your awareness of how your body feels tonight. How your breath is moving or not moving. Just taking a look at the rhythm of your breath. And taking a look at anything that's distracting you and noticing those distractions. Noticing them for exactly what they are, as distractions, and making any adjustments to your posture, to your seated position to find comfort, and beginning to elongate the spine, feeling the lifting and the lengthening starting in the tailbone and moving all the way up the spine. Maybe tucking your chin in, lengthening your neck, allowing your shoulders to drop down and away from your ears. And beginning to move your breath in a rhythm that is relaxing and soothing. And that is known to your practice. Looking at everybody that's on here tonight, your regular practicers, is that a word, of restorative yoga. So practitioners, I guess would be the word correctly, but just allowing that gentle rhythm of breath to begin to soothe you as you lengthen your spine on the inhale, as you allow your shoulders to drop down and away from your ears, and as you exhale, allowing that exhale to completely get rid of all that air you don't need, exhaling completely so that you can inhale fully and deeply, taking in every bit of fresh air your lungs will hold. And we know that that oxygen is moving through our bloodstream, that fresh, healing oxygen with every inhale and every exhale. So we're going to gently open our palms up to our side, just opening our palms up toward the ceiling, maybe allowing our fingertips to touch the mat, feeling a little stretch in the wrist and the hands, gently allowing the arms to float all the way up, reaching upward, reaching fingertips towards ceiling, feeling the muscles lengthen along the back body, and the arms and the fingertips, and then rolling those palms outward and really actively reaching, stretching the hands, the fingers, feeling that stretch in the wrist and the forearms, just coming all the way down, noticing the difference when you activate the muscles, letting the palms rest on the mat next to you. Breathing with that rhythm, really concentrating on the breath, roll the palms open again, coming all the way up, reaching upward, Reaching palms together overhead and allowing the palms to lift each other up a little further, feeling the collarbone rise, noticing the lengthening, and then gently bringing those palms together down through the center of the body. And as we breathe in and close our eyes, we're going to bring our hands to our heart space. Maybe just gently bow toward our heart and ask yourself, what is it that you need from this class tonight? What brought you to this restorative practice? And set an intention for what it is that you hope to gain from this hour that you're allowing yourself, that you're gifting your spirit with. What do you hope to gain from this hour, this practice? And hold that closely in your heart and between the palms of your hands, and bow again to that. And we'll say namaste to each other virtually. Just awareness of everybody in our circle tonight and our gratitude for practice. Allowing your hands to rest on your knees. Again, the spine lengthens on the inhale. And we'll begin our twist with the awareness of starting that twist in the lowest part of the belly, lowest part of the spine. Feeling that in the hips first, but we're just going to gently reach left arm, left palm toward right knee. Right palm comes behind us. See if you can place that palm in alignment with the spine. Gently twist the neck, gentle with the neck, but look over that right shoulder. Twisting the eyes as far as they'll go comfortably. And breathing deeply, awareness of that spinal twist moving from the base of the spine all the way up through the neck. And we breathe with that awareness, maybe pulling a little tighter toward that right knee to deepen the twist. And then slowly, gently come out of that. Maybe a slow forward fold just to loosen up the back, not pushing, just beginning to warm up here, but a gentle loosening of the back muscles, and we come back into alignment again. Spine is aligned, awareness of the breath. Repeating on the opposite side, so twisting from the lowest part of the spine, feeling that in the hips. We reach right palm toward left knee, take left palm, placing that in alignment with the spine behind us. Feeling that twist move all the way up into the neck as we look over the left shoulder this time. Breathing deeply and fully. Seeing if we can pull the right palm toward the left knee, deepening the stretch a little more. And gently release, come out of that. And if you feel that you need a forward fold, you can go ahead and do that again. Always listening to what your body needs, not forcing or not warmed up, very gentle with ourselves, and making your way back up at your own pace whenever that feels right for you. Breathing in deeply here, just breathing in the awareness of the space around you. And if you'd like, lengthen your legs out. You know, the one thing about practicing at home, you can make this totally what you need it to be, but do something. You know, really think about what works for your body. Sometimes I know that I feel like at home, I just want to lay down here. I just want to lay down and listen, but move a little bit. Sway those feet back and forth, loosen up the hips. Again, sitting up straight and tall, keep a gentle bend in the knees. Just as we loosen up here, we're going to notice what feels good to us, and then bring your feet back in together. Bring the soles of your feet together, not pulling in too close. Again, this is restorative practice, just being gentle. And maybe take your thumbs and begin to push straight down through the center of your feet in a line. Just a gentle foot massage there. You might want to pinch your toes if you've been working on your feet a lot today. Your feet are sore from days before. If our feet are hurting and sore, it takes all of our energy away. And then just, gentle massage with those thumbs can get rid of a lot of toxins and tension. And whenever you feel that you've had enough of that, stretch your toes here, move your ankles around a little bit. And then again, we'll come back into our alignment. And I think it'd be a good time to lay down. I don't know if it's cloudy where you are, but it's cloudy here. It's a very restful kind of night. So go ahead and lay on your back. Knees are facing toward the ceiling. We begin to sway those knees back and forth. Loosening up the hips. See if you can go a little deeper in the sway, taking your knees all the way down to the floor if that works for you. Again, remembering not to force. Just loosening up. Loosening up the hips, the lower back. You're releasing some tension from the back and the thighs. And whenever you've had enough of that, just bring your knees back up, pointing to the ceiling again. Go ahead and grab a hold of your knees. Pull your knees in towards your chest, maybe allowing them to fall open to the side, seeing if you can deepen the stretch a little bit. Then a little gentle roll back and forth here. And then grab a hold of your knees and begin to draw a circle on the ceiling, so to speak, an imaginary circle with your knees, giving yourself a back massage, feeling the hips and noticing the points where your hips are touching the mat. If you bring your knees in really close in the circle, it can really change the experience of the stretch in the lower back. And then whenever you've had enough of that, bring your feet back down to the floor again. Your body will tell you how much you need, how long you need to stay in a stretch, what kind of motion you need. It's important that we learn how to listen to that. So we're going to take our right ankle and place that on top of our left knee. Maybe push that right inside of the right knee away, just feeling the stretch in the front of the body. And then release that a couple of times. Then go ahead and grab the left thigh and pull that into the chest. So if this is a pigeon stretch, it can really feel completely different from this angle. You can straighten your foot out if you want. Straighten your knee up a little bit, roll that ankle out, point the foot toward the ceiling, roll that ankle in both directions. Stretch the foot in any way you need to. Maybe sway the hips a little bit here. And then go ahead and let that foot come down. Both feet meet on the mat. We're going to repeat on the opposite side. Left ankle to right knee, pushing away the inside of the left knee, pushing that away and releasing. About 3 times for that, just to really stretch in the opposite direction here. And after that, reach through the thigh, pull the right thigh in toward the chest. Maybe stretch out the right leg, pointing the foot toward the ceiling, rolling that ankle around in both directions, stretching the foot, flexing the foot, pointing the foot, you're circling. And you can roll back and forth here, roll your hips back and forth if that gives you any kind of a release. And then we'll go ahead and let both feet meet on the floor again. Stretch the legs out in front of us. Stretch the arms overhead and walk the heels as far away as they'll walk. Gentle with the arms and shoulders if you're having pain here. But stretch those arms overhead. Stretch the hands and the fingers. See about lengthening. You can increase your height this way, I promise. It's been measured. And then allow your arms to circle around. Come down to your side and walk your feet to the right, C curving your body. See if you can walk your shoulders over to the right, take your left arm overhead. And if you'd like, go ahead and take your right hand and pull your left arm in a little deeper C curve here. Increasing the stretch. You can cross your left ankle over your right if you'd like to take it a little deeper. Think about that spaciousness you're creating on the left side of your body, into your rib cage, up through the arm. And release your feet. Just walk back to center. Release your arms, and then go ahead and repeat that on the opposite side. So you're going to walk your feet to the left this time, C curving, walk your shoulders to the left. Take your right arm up overhead and grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and pull that around. Seeing if you can deepen the stretch. Breathing into the right rib cage. Really think about expanding the lungs on the right side of the body and into the ribs. And you can cross your right ankle over your left to deepen. And then go ahead and release that. Knees will point toward the ceiling again, both shoulders remaining on the mat, and bringing your hands up into cactus, or goalpost would be another way of describing this posture if you're not familiar with it. Go ahead and roll both knees to the right. Shoulders staying on the mat. If you want to take your right hand, pull your left knee down. A little closer. You can also stretch your legs out here for a little change in the way that feels. Your legs back in, allow your knees to come up, and repeat on the opposite side. Breathing into any tight places. Notice any release of tension or tightness. Bend your legs back again, bring your knees back up to center. Go ahead and roll over to one side, use your arms to come all the way up. We're going to go ahead and sit back up here, lengthening our spine, again just for a minute, and feeling as we breathe in, feel the collarbone rise and gently allow the chin to drop toward the collarbone. We're going to work on some of that neck tension and tightness, shoulders, upper back. Just breathe into the spaciousness, and whenever you feel that you're ready, begin to roll right ear to right shoulder. And envision that you are just laying your right ear down on your shoulder. Pull your left shoulder down and away. And then right here in this position, just shifting, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, look up a little bit toward the ceiling. And then gently look down a little towards your left knee and notice what that stretch does. And you're looking up, so your right ear is still dropped towards your right shoulder, but just creating a little bit of motion here. Noticing how that feels. Eventually bringing right ear back towards shoulder and beginning to roll towards center, but this time pausing anywhere you feel any tightness or tension. Really watching where it gets tight, where you may have any pain or discomfort. Slowly making your way back to center. Pausing here for a minute, remembering to breathe deeply as you begin to roll left ear toward left shoulder, right shoulder is relaxed, pulling down and away. envisioning that our left ear is just resting on our left shoulder. No, it won't make it that far, but. And then from here, begin to look down toward the right knee and then back up. So gentle movement in the neck up and down, looking to release any tension or tightness here. It's not unusual to find that you feel it a lot on one side, a lot of tension, but not the other. And bring ear back down towards shoulder and slowly begin to roll towards center, pausing this time where you feel any tension or tightness. Don't worry about the popping and cracking. It's loud because our ears are so close to our neck. And then bring your head up and very gently roll your shoulders up, back and around. If you have any arthritis in your body, it's recommended that you never roll forward. If you have arthritis already, always want to roll backwards, but if you don't have arthritis, both directions are fine until you get old. We just gently, whatever we need here, and when we've had enough, just begin to rest, open palms, relaxing, and we'll move into our first restorative posture. So we're going to bring our bolster toward the end of our mat, thinking about the height that's right for us tonight. And it's different. Different nights we feel like we want different height. Maybe tonight you want a pillow to give you a little more height on one end, or you want a blanket for a little more height. It's up to you, whatever works for you. And we're going to start with just a hard opener favorite, bringing that bolster to the back of our hips and finding whatever's comfortable for our legs. So some people want the extra support under a knee. Extra support as their legs are lengthened in this way. And some people just want their legs straight out. So try all of them, see what works for you. And we're going to use our arms to support ourselves as we gently make our way back. Finding that comfort, making any adjustments. Sometimes you need to pull your bolster, push that back a little bit, or you need to scoot up a little bit more on the bolster. You want to find the alignment in the spine and then open your palms up so that you can really allow your sternum to open here. Begin to sink in with your breath. Don't forget to try some different things out and see what's just right for your legs, for your feet, for your comfort tonight. And we notice the breath. We notice the sounds in our space. We notice those sounds and we let them float away. We don't really have to name the sounds. We just notice what's around. Let it float on by. You may notice the sound of your breathing, deep, full, nourishing breaths. As you begin to relax and sink in. If you sometimes fall asleep during restorative class, that's okay to do that, but maybe you want to set an intention not to do that so you can absorb the awareness of the meditation a little bit more. It's a personal choice. There's no right or wrong way. But notice that rhythm of breath. Does it easily move into the belly, expanding the belly, or do you have to consciously force that breath all the way down? It's okay. Sometimes our energy, our anxiety can keep the breath higher in the body. And just aware of the rhythm that you're looking for, the rhythm that you choose. Also, maybe a gentle awareness of your intention tonight. And we feel the breath as it enters with that cool feeling. And then it gently warms as it moves down to the lungs. Filling the lungs with that deep inhale and bringing in the energy, the prana, the life force. All the way down into the belly. And as you exhale, you may feel the body releasing toxins, stress, any negativity, anything you might want to let go of tonight. Just awareness of every exhale being a release of stress and tension, fear or worry. Just let it go. Our next in-breath, as we move that breath, we notice the energy that we have in our bodies, the energy that the breath gives us, yet the ability to relax our minds, our bodies, relaxing our awareness and moving into the stillness. Any areas that you're aware of with tension and pain, you may want to send your breath there to those places of tightness, stress. Allow that prana to move into those tight places, any tense muscles. Allow that to work for you. You can give that breath a color, a lightness, or a brightness, just to help you with your visioning of that healing energy. Allow your imagination to serve you. Every breath relaxes you a little deeper as you notice the support of the mat, the support of your bolsters, any other props that you're using. Knowing that you can make adjustments at any time for comfort, for relaxation. You just want to move very slowly and gently if you need to adjust. And as you're moving that breath through your body, the next time you find the breath in that heart space, in the chest area, expand that breath, expand that sternum and that energy. Just feel and notice that. Where is it that you would like to expand your heart energy in this moment? Where is your heart energy needed in your life today? And see that light, that brightness, that energy, seeing it move beyond the body. out into the world. Gently flowing and glowing as it moves with love and peace and harmony. And just as our practice restores us mentally and emotionally, our practice benefits the rest of the world. As we know peace and experience that loving heart, it expands. Expands out and around. Bring that lightness and brightness back into your body and move it down through the torso, into the back body, into the hips, move it down into the thighs, the knees and the calves and the shins, the ankles and the feet. See it expanding out into your arms, and elbows and forearms and hands, and through your neck and out through the top of your head. Envisioning that our body has exactly what it needs to heal. If we can just calm our minds and spirits, allow what we need to be shown to us. And with as little effort as possible, after that next inhale, I want you to think about, with little effort, how you can roll over to one hip or the other. Just using your bolster, stacking your hips and moving into a gentle twist. Gently rolling to one side, just like you were rolling onto your side in bed, but maybe holding onto your bolster. With that movement, just shifting your hips slightly. Both arms gently resting on each side of the bolster. You may want to bring your legs into a deer pose, so the bottom leg, bottom foot rest on the top knee. There's a bend in the leg, the top leg. Make any adjustments for comfort. And begin to sink back in with that breath. Finding a comfortable relaxation for your neck and your shoulders. Breathing with that deep awareness. And as you breathe in, I'm going to take you on a little journey if you'd like, or you can just let my voice float on by. I want you to think about a beautiful location that's new to you. To imagine yourself on a coastal path. It's a hot, sunny day, and you're walking along the rough, uneven dirt path with the sea on the right side, listening to the music of the ocean waves, appreciating the rocks and the sand beneath your feet, and the great shoes you're wearing that are supporting you well. There's a lot of greenery and growth on your left side, and it's alive with birds singing, and animals moving through it, and you feel safe and just so much a part and one with nature. The grass is tall and it feels alive with the ocean breeze moving through it. And as you continue to walk, you notice wildflowers in the brush ahead, blowing in the breeze. Beautiful colors and awareness of the gifts all around, all the beauty that's given, and you have the ability to absorb, just the time to appreciate. High above you in the clouds, you see a bird flying. Not quite sure what it is as it dips, as you look into that sunlight, that you just feel that peaceful energy. You feel the heat from the sun's rays. And you notice that the ocean is a little calmer. The waves are a little more relaxed than when you started your walk. Just like you, a little more relaxed than when you started. The sun's beating down strongly, feels healing and powerful. As you walk, you realize that there's someone walking towards you. Someone that seems to be glowing with a light and a happy smile. And they sit down on some rocks, just waiting for you to join them. And as you get closer, you recognize that beautiful, smiling, supportive face. And you find somewhere to sit down close beside them and listen. You're willing to listen to the wisdom that they have to share with you in this moment. As you sit down and breathe and take in that message that they came to share with you. Feel that love. You're aware of the deep compassion. absorb the clarity into your spirit, into your heart. You know now that it's time for that wise one to move on. And you both stand up in a hug, grateful for that time you've had together. And grateful for that peacefulness. You turn and you begin to walk back along the path, feeling the sun and the breeze on the back of your head, the back of your neck and shoulders warming, penetrating deep into the muscles. As you gently walk back along that beach, along that path. So grateful, feeling so supported and loved. Making our way back into this time and space. If you'd like to turn your head in the opposite direction for a little deeper stretch into your neck and shoulders, you can go ahead and do that now. Maybe still envisioning that warm sun on your back, moving down your back into your hips, penetrating any tight, tense muscles. Awareness of where that sunlight, that healing energy is needed the most. And then after that next exhale, whenever you feel ready, use your arm strength to lift yourself up and come up on your knees and switch to the opposite hip. Little effort, little motion, walking the body back down again over the bolster. Finding that support. Maybe repeating the deer pose or whatever's best for your legs, your hips tonight. Sinking back in with that breath again. Finding comfort on this side of the body. It might be a little different. You may need a little extra support or some rearrangement from what you needed on the opposite side. As you breathe into any tension and tightness, and you visualize that penetrating sun again, warming and healing. Breathing that warm sunlight through the body. Breathing that sunlight all the way down to your toes, all the way out to your fingertips, and all the way up to the crown of your head. golden healing light of God is always around you, always supporting you. And taking this time for that awareness. If you'd like to turn your head in the opposite direction, you can go ahead and do that now. Always seeking comfort. Relaxing into the stretch with every deep breath. After that next exhale, we'll gently make our way up. And as we come up, we're going to turn that bolster over crossways to support our knees. Putting that directly under you. If you have a blanket that you would like to lay down to the back of your spine for just a slight lift, you can do that. And you're just gently going to make your way back down here again. Adjusting the bolster to whatever feels right for you. So maybe it's not directly under the knees. Maybe you pull it up toward the thighs a little more, just figuring out what's right. Maybe you use your extra pillows as support to lift both legs a little higher. Seeing where you can find that restful posture. Maybe you want a little more support under your head, but you do want to keep your neck in alignment. So whatever feels right, opening your palms up again, making any adjustments for comfort, and allowing yourself to settle back in. Settling in for Savasana, our last posture of the night. As you breathe, every breath becomes deeper relaxation. Just for now, in this moment only, without asking how, let yourself sink into the stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth support and receive you. And envision the infinite expanse of the sky as you grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet the sky in your mind's eye. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks your truth. Breathe out whatever blocks there are that cause you to hold on to pain or tension or any fear. Just for right now, be boundless, free. Noticing the calm, subtle energy in your hands and in your feet. With your next inhale, breathe in the possibility of being who and what you truly are. Being and allowing yourself to be who and what you truly are. So fully alive that the world looks different. Just for now, breathe in that possibility. And bring that into your heart space, bringing in your awareness of what your intention was at the beginning of the class. You can bring your hands to your heart if you'd like, just as a symbolism of holding on to your truth, holding on to your clarity, holding that holding that in your heart and just allowing that calm. Whenever you feel ready, as little effort as possible, roll over to one side. Use your arm as a pillow. Maybe pull your knees into your chest as you roll over into that seed position. Become aware of yourself. Your awareness and your clarity is a seed of what you are hoping to create in your life, of what you'd like your evening and your day tomorrow to be like. What is that seed you're planting in your mind? Hold on to that. Whenever you feel ready, gently make your way up. No hurries, no rush. Up into a seated posture, hands in front of heart space. Deep, full inhale and exhale, and we'll close our practice saying namaste to each other tonight. Namaste to everyone in our circle. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming and practicing, and please stay around for the meeting if you possibly can. We love to hear you share, and we love that part of our practice as well.